just the opportunity to work with probably what I see as the most creative, most talented people in the industry. You know, not just the jocks, or certainly the jocks, of course, the announcers, but the writers, producers, programmers, even the sales and marketing staff that I was blessed to work with were all unique, creative people. It was almost like a coming together of visionaries. So that was really an incredible situation, an amazing time. We really got to change things. We were battling larger, signals, of course, and a lot of other things that happened, just like negative things. And had to come up with something to make a difference. And we were loving what we were hearing coming, out from across the great pond, Along the way, too, we would discover tracks and bring that to the attention of record companies. And those bands would then get signed, even, by the airplay that they got on WLAR. Did get to meet one of my guitar heroes, Johnny Marr. And of course, Johnny Marr and Morrissey were of the Smiths. And at the time, they were split and not really speaking. And of course, the record company would have loved to have gotten them together. It was kind of interesting that they came to me at one point, having both of those artists get along well with me. And they almost wanted to be some sort of a mediator, and maybe there was some idea that they could get them together through me. Never happened, of course, but it was flattering to think that that would have happened. Also, when artists come to visit, like Robert Smith of The Cure has mentioned me, like if I'm not backstage or saying hello, they'll say, "Hey, where's Malibu Sue?" Howard Jones often mentions me when he's on stage. "I'm in Malibu Sue country," he'll say to the audience, and they always have a very heartwarming response to that, which, brings tears to my eyes. I'm very thrilled and flattered. One of the times I had the opportunity to host a Debbie Harry performance. So here I was. We were at the Meadowlands, and she actually asked to say hello to me before they went on stage, which is unusual. I remember right before we went on stage, or I went on stage to do the intro, Debbie was there with me, and they started some music, and the lights started going down, and I was kind of surprised. And she started speaking to me, but I couldn't really hear what she was saying, her and Chris, and it was one of those situations where she was like, blah, 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 and I'm like, what? And how many times can you say what? It's mortifying. So I just didn't, I'm like, oh, okay. And I went up on the stage, and the lights were down. Spotlight comes on, I'm using her mic. Chris goes on, and he's doing the drum intro to Dreaming. And what I didn't hear her say was, "Do you want to stay and do backing vocals on Dreaming? Do you want to sing with me?" Can you imagine I blew this opportunity? But I'll never forget it because, of course, I ran off the stage as soon as I finished my intro. After the show, I went back to say hello to them, and they said, "Where'd you go? Why did you stay?" And that was the whole idea. You were supposed to sing, go to the mic by Chris and do, sing Dreaming. What they were saying to me was, "Do you know the vocals? Do you know the lyrics to the song?" I'm like, "Of course I do. Who doesn't, So it was good to know, though, that I could have done backing vocals or sang with Debbie Harry on stage. That was a great moment anyway.